are always there for us.
It's a lovely church, friendly.
Because of the people, and this is where God placed me.
Whenever you need support, they're there to support you.
And the Bible said in the presence of God there's healing.
I love it here, and the Spirit of God moves in here.
Coming to AFN Worship Center has a lot of love and a lot of kindness and warmth.
I don't know. How come you not know? You are so full of wisdom. I don't know. You have always an answer for everything. How can you not have an answer? I don't know. Amazingly, but it works like this. And here we find Joseph in a situation and everyone is getting out except him. There are times in our lives that it looks like everybody else is getting out but me. Everyone else is getting promotion but me. Everybody's business is blooming but not mine. Everybody's recognized but not me. Everyone loved by someone but not me. Everyone is asked to do something in church but not me. And then you sit where you sit and feels like everyone is getting out, coming out, but not me. And then the next question is, God, why don't you stop this and just fix a couple of things in my life? Why, God? Why don't you see my suffering? Why? Because there is strength in suffering. Because there is power in being overlooked. Be still and know that I am your God. I have nothing. Be still and know I'm your God. I'm in the pit. Be still and know I have answers for everyone, but not for myself. Be still and know you have a God. But I want to challenge you because for a moment I've also placed myself in the shoes of his brothers and be honest, I can think why they were mad. He had the coat of many colors. He wasn't the oldest brother. He was the chosen one. It wasn't fair. Why give Joseph the coat of many colors and not me? Dad, you had me first. I'm the oldest, not he. And very quick, before you get to yourself, bitterness comes in and through what happened. And then you think, why didn't things happen for me? I've been waiting for the blessing and now Joseph is getting the blessing. So I could imagine why they were not happy about this whole Joseph thing. Why didn't things happen for me? And can I shock you and then I will close. Sometimes we need to let go. Can I quickly have all your attention? Sometimes we need to let go of things that didn't happen in my life. I didn't get the promotion. Let it go. I didn't get the love of my life. And I experienced the presence of God. Let it go. I didn't get. Let it go. Sometimes we need to let go of stuff that we didn't get. We are so quick to preach. Let go the past. Let go the things that happened. Release, yes, absolutely. But let us go further. Let go the things that didn't happen. I thought I would be an entrepreneur. It didn't happen. Let go. I thought I will be a businessman, and then I thought I will support my dad financially. It didn't happen. Let go. But there was a turnaround point in this whole thing. Because you see, his brothers went back to Egypt. And they went back with a purpose. And you need to listen to this, please. They went back to ask a favor. They went back and to ask a blessing. But they didn't know who they will face. They didn't know that their brother will be the one that needs to bless them. His father is under the impression that he's dead. They don't know where their brother is, and they couldn't care less where their brother is, and all they want to is to have a blessing. Not knowing the one that has the power to bless them is the one they threw in the pit. In other words, not knowing the one that has the blessing or the power to bless them is the one when they had the power, they threw him in the pit. And when life hits hard, and you're on the mountain, power is nice. But when you experience or find yourself in the valley, that same power means nothing. Then you go to Egypt, to someone that has power to bless them. And you know, I visualize myself the Bible, so I can imagine myself trompie in die boksombende, Davies, rooies en blikkies, and I don't know who they were, but so they walk. And I can imagine what conversation. Hey, Marius, no, Stephen, you are more fluent than what I am. So whoever we face, you must be the mouthpiece. You must be the one. Because if you come with your flamboyant attitude and the way that you walk and the way, the one that has the power will bless us because you will make him. No, not him. It doesn't matter. And the next moment, to stand face to face with the one you threw in the pit, that argued, Lord, I am at the place where I do not deserve to be. Joseph was standing in front of them. Can you imagine their eyes? They didn't know what happened to Joseph. They sold him. That was the last. All of a sudden, your brother in front of you, and now you must ask for blessings. But Joseph didn't say, hey, an eye for an eye. He said, I will forgive you. You threw me in the pit, but it was God. It was your hands that threw me in the pit, but God had a purpose for me. Because out of the prison, I could have ministered. Out of a pit, I could see that God is still the providing God. And in the pit I cried and cried. In the prison I cried and cried. And I couldn't see. It was your hands. But God had a purpose for my life. You might be sitting in a pit, thinking life is unfair, thinking life hit hard. There's a purpose. Because he had a dream, and his dream had a purpose. And how often do we think about the situation and the circumstances instead of thinking that I'm a blood-born child of a living God. Thinking that song that we sang, he saw my value and he died. He saw my tears and he wiped it away. And you think the pit is the end? You think the prison cell is the end? You think CV after CV, sending them in without any success, is the end? And I'm not looking down on any person. God knows my heart. But those who threw you in the pit are those who would come and stand. I've lost my blessing. Don't you want to use the power that God has given you in your pit situation? Don't you want to use your power that God has given you in the prison situation and just speak a blessing over my life? Because I cannot live the way that I'm living. I can no longer go into tomorrow without the blessing. And you, the man, you are the woman. Where are you? In what situation do you find yourself today? Still cry? He didn't hate them. Maybe your brother and sister in your previous church or in your current church hurt you. Maybe they did something horrible to you. Don't hate. God has got a blessing over your life, and people are hungry for that blessing and that favor that God has put on your life. He said, I went through all of this, and this is so precious. Just think about this. Thank you, Etienne. Just think about this. He went through all of this. Why? To be at the end. To be the blessing of his brothers and sisters again. What are we doing? We write them off. You're no longer my brother. You're no longer my sister. Because what you have done, that's not Christ-like. I'm done. Vat my pai en vai, nee youth. Not Joseph. He said, Lord, if those valley situations were to make me stronger, to bless the ones who threw me in the pit, can I ask you quickly? Look to your left, my right. The attitude. The attitude. Not a world attitude, you hurt me. When I'm burdened, I want to burden everyone. When I'm hurt, I want to hurt other people. No, Joseph. Your crying days are over. You took me from the pit and you've picked me up and you placed me. Lord, I think there are so much more in me. And I'm not arrogant. I say to God all the glory. And to put this package in a prison. But then he came. And I fought my ear. And then he lifted me up. And you want to give God a chance to move you from your prison. From the prison, or from the pit to the prison, and from the prison to a place of authority. A place of power. There is power in suffering. This world with all these things is just temporary. Listen, money is just temporary. Suits, clothes, dresses, makeup, hair dryers, cars, just temporary. But when he puts you at the feet, in the presence, why? He wanted to use Joseph. But we got stuck in the prison situation of our lives. We became familiar with the pit situations in my life. And this morning I believe God wants to tell you, no more. If you cry, let it be tears of joy, not tears of heart soreness, not tears of pain, not tears of rejection, not tears of hunger and thirst, but let it be tears of joy. It's only God that can pick you up. I want us to sing that song again, please, Shanice. And then I want you, if you want to have a tissue, do we have, Ingrid? Do we have, Shantai? Do we have tissues in the... If you want to have a tissue, I want you to put up your hand, and because I want you to literally take your handkerchief. I also have one. To say, Lord, this is my day. That I'm wiping off my tears. That I'm wiping away each and every tear. Because these tears, I've long enough wasted each and every tear in the pit or in prison. Those who rejected you, those who threw you, will be the ones that comes and stand in front of you and say, use your power. Brothers and sisters, he could have turned around and said, but what have you done when you had the power? You threw me in the pit, not Joseph. He said, that was God's hand. And now that I have the power, now I can see God's hand. If you need a tissue, you've cried. Evenings when you close your door, everyone think you are okay. Nee, almal slaap en hulle dink jy's okay. Where to with worship center, God? Where to? And then the Spirit of God don't worry. I am. I am. Be still and know I'm your God. I want us to close our eyes. And I want you to speak to God for a while Shanice is doing that song. What is that one thing that you can take and say, Lord, I'm just reminding you of your promise. What is that one thing? Maybe you have lost everything that you have worked so hard for. Maybe you listen to this message and you feel like your life is going down at such a rate and there's absolutely no stop whatsoever. You are heading for a disaster and nothing and no one can stop. God can. Your joy that you have lost. Don't you want to trust God to complete His promise today? That wherever I may go, Jesus' love has never failed me yet. Is the situation in your life real? Yes, it is. Is your body dead? Yes, he is. Sarah, is your womb dead? Yes, it is. But God has promised and God will keep His promise. If you lost your joy, yes, I have. God has promised that every day with Him is sweeter, but you need to get your faith back and get it in action. You need to get your faith where your need is. He will not fail you. What are you trusting God for? What are you trusting?